Tell me you've seen one of Denzel Washington's greatest performances where he completely steals the show. I'm talking about his portrayal of Alonzo Harris in Training Day.
I supervise 5 officers. That's 5 different personalities, 5 sets of problems. You could be number 6 if you act right.
I want to break down the first time we meet Alonzo in the film and analyze how Denzel absolutely crushed this introduction. 1, there will be spoilers, so fair warning. 2, my voice is a little off because I'm getting over a cold, so I hope it's okay. And 3, if you haven't seen Training Day or it's been a while, here's a quick refresher. The film follows rookie LAPD officer Jake Hoyt, played by a young Ethan Hawke, on his first day with an elite but morally questionable narcotics unit. Training Day is pretty crazy. It's got a lot of intense action, drama, and it really forces the audience to wrestle with the difficult questions of what defines justice, where is the line between heroism and corruption, and does maintaining order come at too high a cost? It will have you switching sides, changing your mind, and doubling back again before the film is done, I assure you. We begin our story with Jake, an ambitious young cop with a wife and a newly born daughter, eager to do the right thing, the right way, and eventually work his way up to detective.
Why you want to be a narc?
I want to make detective.
There you go. You can do it. Stick with me. You can do it.
From the moment his training officer, Alonzo Harris, played by none other than Denzel Washington, calls him, Jake already feels like he's behind.
Gonna be in the office all day, but who knows, maybe we'll do some business. We're an aggressive unit.
I know, sir. That's why I signed up. And, I just want to say thank you for giving me this.
This leads us to the pivotal cafe scene in question. A smooth tracking shot introduces a quiet routine morning, setting the stage for Jake's arrival. When he steps inside, Alonzo is already there, sitting in the center of the restaurant waiting. It's the calm before the storm, because let me tell you, once they leave this diner, chaos unfolds for the rest of the movie, beginning to end. Alonzo's presence in this scene perfectly encapsulates who he is from start to finish, in my opinion. From the moment Jake picks up the phone, he feels like he's left behind, making the wrong moves. That tension easily carries into the cafe. He greets Alonzo with a polite good morning and gets nothing in return. Then, like the rookie that he is, he refuses to order food. You always get the food. You eat the whole plate. The whole plate.
So they put the plate of donuts out here to test your guilt. If you don't touch it, you're guilty. I ate the whole plate. The whole plate.
A small thing, but Alonzo, he seizes on it immediately. Alonzo isn't just a manipulative bastard. He's calculated, patient, and always thinking 10 steps ahead, unlike one Nino Brown from New Jack City, who operates with a brash, break it and fix it later mentality. Alonzo is more strategic. He controls people by breaking them down slowly, making them doubt themselves, their morals, their existence, so badly that they think he's the only one with the answers.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is.
The cinematography of this scene is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Alonzo is first revealed in a low-angled shot looming over the audience, basically how Jake feels, and not making any eye contact whatsoever. But the message is clear. Jake is beneath him. Then we cut to a wide, asymmetrical shot. Everything feels slightly off balance, mirroring the unease Jake is experiencing. Easily recognizable as you see him shifting uncomfortably in his seat, unsure of himself.
It's nice here.
And then boom! Alonzo finally looks at him. An extreme close-up, intense and menacing. Denzel plays this moment perfectly, conveying a mix of frustration, amusement, and quiet fury. But it's all an act. This is slow acting poison, a psychological game Alonzo is playing to break Jake's confidence, and it's working. In contrast, Jake's close-up is much wider, emphasizing his uncertainty and vulnerability. And then finally, when Jake gives in a little bit and decides, you know what, maybe some food would make me feel better, it's too late.
You know what? I'll get something to eat.
No, hell no, you won't. You f*** that up. I'm trying to read my paper. Please, shut up.
Alonzo shuts him down. Every small comfort Jake is going to try to hold on to, Alonzo will strip away, and this will be a theme throughout the movie. The scene constantly shifts between extreme close-ups, wide shots, reflecting Jake's growing confusion, giving us, the audience, the same feel with these constantly changing angles. He's trapped in a mental tug of war, second-guessing every move, doesn't know where he stands.
Now, I sure wouldn't mind not roasting a hot black and white all summer.
Tell me a story. Wait.
Like my story?
No, not your story, a story.
Boom! Alonzo keeps him on edge, berating him one moment and then demanding to be entertained the next. Dance, monkey, dance. And then it seems the pressure on Jake has eased a bit. Jake's telling his story, and for a moment, it feels like he's making a good impression, at least to himself. The shot tightens up on Jake, giving us that idea of comfortability, of assuredness, stability. He knows what he's doing. It widens up on Alonzo, giving us that idea. Alonzo seems more receptive, and even the audience after starts rooting for Jake. I did, just to get one little win. And then we get this shot. Jesus Christ, my favorite frame. Alonzo's consuming the frame here. Larger than life, dressed in black, giant chains hanging off his neck, twin pistols visible for the world to see, the lighting, the angle, the facial expressions, the sheer presence. This is a moment of pure intimidation for the audience if only. Because Jake's still telling a story, mind you. Looking back, it's hard to believe I ever doubted his true nature. He's not a complicated anti-hero. This guy is a straight predator. You know, Act 1 and maybe even a bit of Act 2 of this movie is pretty good at playing up both sides, confusing you about whether or not Alonzo is a anti-hero guy or just a bad guy. But as the movie continues to creep along, it gets more and more clear that his intentions were bad from the start.
Been planning this all day.
I've been planning it all week, son. You talk that crazy shit, I'll make sure your blood gets to the lab.
And looking at this frame now, the man looks like a vulture staring down a soon-to-be dead meal. We come back to a close-up of Alonzo, clearly unimpressed, but he is focused because his plan is working, and that's what he's concerned about. It's working very, very well. It's given Jake a false sense of security.
Well, you want me to shoot him?
Yeah. Go on, kid. Do me a favor. Come on.
Do yourself a favor. Hit him.
Are you serious?
Hey, close the blinds.
The man Jake is talking up a storm right now, just thinking how he's telling a good story, you know, feeling good about himself. And then Jake thinks he's won a sliver of approval. Alonzo snatches it away, testing his loyalty, questioning his morals, and tightening his grip.
It's amazing. It is. That you could be out there with a fine for a year. And the most entertaining story that you can come up with to tell me is a drunk stop. But I don't believe you. You tap that Steve.
By the way, the scene ends with the penis pocket thing. That kills me. I love that scene. I love that part. It's the best part.
You do have a don't you?
Yes. Okay, lines up straight like that, right? To the right of it and to the left of it are pockets, right? In those pockets are money. Look in either one of them, pay the bill.
Alonzo will go on to continue this, by the way, throughout the movie, breaking Jake down systematically until he finally gets him where he needs him to be. Such a beautiful scene, such a beautiful performance by the GOAT Denzel Washington. The Alonzo character kind of reminds me of Nicolas Cage's character, Terrence, I believe his name was, from the Bad Lieutenant Port of New Orleans. Both sort of eccentric characters. Nicolas Cage's character was way more eccentric, you know, very Nicolas Cagey. But I do also think they really do have some similarities, but a lot of differences as well. Nicky Cage's character did kind of turn out to be an anti-hero good guy doing bad things versus Alonzo, who's a bad guy pretending to do good things. Also, I think in both movies, both their love interests is Eva Mendes. So there's also that. All in all, what a fantastic movie. What a fantastic performance. And I think that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, share this out. And until next time, what's the best recent film you've seen?